actually, I do have an angle with that. All right, let's do it. Alrighty, everyone, welcome. Ooh, let me just start it. Yeah. I need to give it a second before I go ahead into it, because then I can cut it there. His fart sounds are hilarious to me because it sounds like nothing else.
Ready?
I'm born ready.
All right, welcome to Strange Appetites. Today we're going to be talking about all things hobbies. You said you were going to fucking jump right in.
I am. Here we are.
All right.
We're doing it. No. We've started.
We're
not doing this again. I'm not cutting this. No. This is in. This is happening.
All of what we're talking about
this is live. Could you imagine if we filmed this live? People would be like, "They're fucking idiots."
will have to do a live show eventually.
Yeah, and people are going to be like, "They're dumb."
Yeah,
or at least they're going to be like, "That black one doesn't know what he's doing."
That is true.
Hey, Blackie, get off the stage. What? I've been called that before.
Here?
No. But I like family. Yeah. All right, so because you actually do have a lot of interesting stuff to talk about this topic. I think you probably have more to talk about this topic than anybody.
I have a lot of hobbies. I'm a hobby enthusiast, but not like in a geeky loser way.
Well,
no.
I don't think there's a way to have a hobby and not necessarily, unless like your hobby's like.
I feel like the word hobby is kind of geeky in and of itself.
Yeah. Do you have like a hobby, Mike?
Define a hobby. I mean, like, in a way. I mean, I just go to the gym, play basketball, and like.
No. So Mike is a beautiful angel, but he doesn't have a hobby.
This is a beautiful.
We're gonna just post like this week when this episode comes out, we'll have to like post a picture of Mike so people know. Like this is what he looks like by the way.
Yeah, even the straight guy calls him a beautiful angel.
He's a good-looking guy.
So
there hasn't been a group of people that I've introduced him into, and they're not like, oh. I know.
How does that go?
Every single time I go out with him, the people are always like, "Who's the?"
Do you feel self-conscious when you go out with Mike?
No, I think he brings my average up. They're like, "You're friends with him? Hey,
you're not so bad now either."
Yeah. It helps. But all right, but you do have a lot of hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at them because you have. I know you do miniatures.
Yeah.
Which that is probably okay. So I know he's probably got several different jokes about that, but I will say this before I start joking and I start putting him down. I will say this: when I first met Christian, I was like. Typical white guy, nothing probably much going on there. And then I started seeing the pictures of his miniature builds. And they were actually the coolest thing I've ever seen from anybody. I'm being completely honest. You haven't seen them, right? But it's pretty cool. We'll have to post them. We can post them. We can post them. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. So
I like to build entire cities in what's called N scale, which is one of the smallest scales you can do with like model railroading. Mm-hmm. But I do all the buildings, the roads, the trees, the bushes, the houses, street lights. It's all electrified.
It lights up.
Yeah, and usually you do it on a door. So you go to like Home Depot, you get a door, and and you put it on sawhorses, and that's your platform, and you build the entire city on the store.
How long does it take you to start something like that?
So I did one a couple of years ago. It took about 4 months, 5 months. Because you start from scratch. So the whole thing you create like the plaster mountains and the valleys and the whole thing, and then you lay it out. It's a whole process.
Jesus. Yeah. I don't think I have the patience to do something like that.
It's very therapeutic.
Really?
It really is. You get into it and that's where your head is at. You're in your own little world, literally, and it's wild. And then it's you've got to train because I love model railroading, so you got the train going through it, and it's wild.
Now, okay, because that's only one of them. So you do miniatures, and then the only one that I remember you talking about, which I know this is going to sound bad, woodworking.
I love woodworking. That's right.
Okay, so you do woodworking.
Specifically using a lathe, so I like to create...
Using a what?
A lathe. A wood lathe.
I don't know what that is.
So you take a piece of wood and it spins it really, really, really fast, and you have chisels, and you go across.
Oh, that's what that's called.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. So you can create everything from bowls to lamps to all sorts of things.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
It's very addictive. It's a lot of fun.
Really?
It takes a long time to kind of learn how to do it well without killing yourself with it. But
okay.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Now, hold on. So you do that. You do miniatures. What else? What else is there anything else that I haven't heard of thus far?
I like to collect a lot of things. I'm a big collector. I have a huge collection of vintage toys. Well, I'm talking about, so from my childhood, in the early 15th century. So toys were basically like rocks and pieces of wood that you would rip off a tree and then pretend it's a horse, like that. No, I have a big collection of like vintage Pixar toys. So I have a lot of the original Toy Story toys from 1995.
I know you've had Woody, which he will grab his little
Woody.
He'll grab, but when we're doing FaceTime calls, he'll grab them and he'll put them right up against the camera.
I don't grab.
Have a lot of.
He walks in front of the camera. I don't grab anything. Sometimes he's got to, because Woody, he's got to be in the action. So he'll just walk in front of the lens.
I can't tell if he's insane. I really can't. You collect. You do your miniatures.
Yep.
You do your woodworking.
Yep.
That's it, right?
Then I have the generic stuff like reading, travel, all that kind of bullshit.
Well, who's traveling that often nowadays?
Well, not now, but I used to.
Yeah. So that doesn't count anymore. Unless you're like one of the special people who are still on my Instagram feed who are still traveling. Which, if you are, fuck you.
Oh.
I hate that.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it's like
everyone does.
In Bahamas,
right?
Spending the weekend here in Spain.
There's no one on earth who likes seeing that.
God.
Nobody.
But I do though.
Oh, no, you don't. That's bullshit.
I kind of do.
I don't want to see anyone in the fucking Bahamas right now.
Yeah, that is true.
I just don't.
You know what I really don't like is when somebody takes a trip and they come back and they're like, oh, I took all these pictures, and then you have to kind of sit there and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't do that anymore. I don't. I was like, I don't care. I don't want to see that shit.
Really?
Yep. I've taken a stand on that kind of annoying, like, show off bullshit.
So you don't indulge people at all?
Nope. I say I don't want to see that.
So next time when you're like, Tony.
No.
If
you no. Here's the thing. If you have photos from your trip that are actually interesting, by all means, I will look at that.
But don't like, just be like, this is the bathroom we use.
No. If you're on the beach and you catch, like, say, a video of a whale jumping over and eating some dude on the thing on his way back down into the water, I'm all over that. I will watch that shit. But if it's you and your girlfriend, your legs cross-legged on things, oh, look at what fun we're having. Fuck that shit.
Yes,
I don't want to see that shit.
So yeah, if you're gonna show me a photo, first have a purpose. Like, okay,
it can't be just
this was
you doing something that no one else can do right now.
Yeah, no. Well, and not even only that, but it's like, don't just show me something that's not interesting. Yeah. Like if it's just like, oh, then this is when we took a walk. I'm like,
yeah, I walked to get here. Big fucking deal.
Yeah. Like, I don't care. But yeah, no, I'm there with you. But yeah, traveling, I guess, is one. But traveling, everybody wants to be traveling. And I think majority of people read.
Well, what are your hobbies?
My hobbies? Okay, so I have several that I haven't had a chance to do because of just busyness. But I don't want to say that I've gotten into woodworking, but one of the things that I have gotten into is, so I'm a really big historical guy, and I like doing things like...
As am I.
Yeah, and... I've been attempting because I've been failing a lot at building like a proper bow, like a bow and arrow bow.
Really?
For archery, yeah. That's been one of the things that I've been doing for a while now. I like being outdoors. I like just doing stuff outside. So I think this summer I'm really gonna go back into it. But I like gardening. My grandmother gardened a lot, so I like doing that. Wait, you do what? Woodwork and miniatures in your basement? I do something that people can come over, and I can be one of those people that say, everything you have here is from my garden. No, I don't garden flowers, bro. Come on, man.
Well, what's wrong with flowers?
I'm some sort of like, hey, you want a flower? No,
because they're gay?
That.
Is that it?
No.
Was that a gay thing?
Are they gay? You tell me. Do you garden flowers?
Nice try. No, I don't.
No, I don't do flowers. I do cool shit that you can eat. I want to be able to go into my
Oh,
backyard.
you're not a gardener. You're a fucking farmer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, like I'm like
That's not a hobby.
carrots, potatoes. Potatoes is actually extremely dangerous because you could easily poison somebody with that. Did you know that?
With a potato?
Mm-hmm. If it's not in the proper like conditions when it's growing, it can go poisonous. And
I did not know
it can kill
that.
you. Mm-hmm.
Can you eat a potato when it's sprouted? Like if you have it in your cupboard and it's sprouted shit?
But that's if it's been in your cupboard and it's been dark in there, and then when you open it up and it has those sprouts, that's perfect time to plant it.
Really?
Put it in water, leave it in water for a while in front of the sun.
But you can't eat that.
No, you shouldn't be eating that.
okay.
That's probably bad for you.
Okay, because I've had that happen.
What, where you...
Where it's like, I forgot, no, I didn't eat it. I forgot I had it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. And it was like fucking, growing a salad out of it. It was disgusting. Oh yeah.
A whole little forest is in his...
Really?
People are walking.
No, it had been there like a year. And I just
Oh
forgot.
my God,
yeah, I
a
know.
year?
I had forgotten I had them.
Potatoes that go bad and they start to sprout like that smell like
It didn't smell like anything.
shit. Then it wasn't that long. No. When I remember the very first time I decided I was going to grow potatoes, which is
By the
super
way,
Irish.
can you
of
say
me.
that word again? What is the word?
Grow?
No.
Potatoes?
You know the word starts with P, right? Not B?
I said potatoes. Potato. Fuck you guys.
No, he knows.
Hey.
Thank you,
Fuck
Mike.
all of you. I speak how many languages?
Yeah, okay, fine. But
Besides,
apparently English
shut the
is
fuck
not
up. You
one
barely
of
speak your language. Yeah.
Get out of here.
I'm sorry, when was the last time you spoke Spanish?
Literally yesterday.
Lies.
What?
them. Okay,
Lies.
all right, listen, Mr. Potato. I'm just saying it's potato
Whatever.
with a P.
You like potatoes. Irish trash. All right, let's get started. So when the first time I decided I would plant potatoes, I cut them up and did the whole thing that I had to do, and I left them in a dark place, and I kind of forgot about them because this was like middle school. And the dark place that I decided would be good because I didn't want my family to know that I was doing this because I was kind of like...
Were you ashamed of your potatoes?
No, but the moment you start something in my family and like you say you're gonna do it, the moment like you start not really sticking to it, they're like, oh, how's your farming stuff coming? And it's like, oh, I haven't been doing that. Oh, you didn't like it? Couldn't cut it? And then it's like everybody kind of makes you feel like you're like a piece of shit for starting something and not
Tell them
seeing
to
it
shut the
through.
fuck up and mind their own business.
Yeah, but I don't know. We don't have that. Well, you're not Latin. You don't get it. If you were in a Latin family, you'd understand. Like, if you start something like that and you tell people like "fuck off," then now you're really a bad guy. Because it's like, well, I'm just trying to show
Because
my
you told
support.
your mother to fuck off?
No, but it's like if your sister was like, "Oh, how's that thing that you're working on?" And you're like, "Oh, I don't know." She's like,
Oh,
"You
she
didn't-
would totally do that.
You didn't stick with it."
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, you can just go to your sister and be like, "Screw you, whatever."
Yeah.
But me, it's like if I say that, it's like, "Why are you being so rude?"
Oh.
Yeah, Latin people are a completely different breed of people.
That's very confusing to me. I'd be
It
like, if you're
is.
going to be like that, then you be a
That's
bit...
why I feel so bad for my girlfriend. My girlfriend literally like, it's like she's constantly like, oh, this is okay, but this isn't, because I'm like, yeah, Latin people are weird.
Yeah.
But what's it called? So yeah, I put it in the place that I decided would be best to hide my little secret was beneath my bed.
You put a little potato under your
I
bed?
put him like in a sack, and I put it underneath my bed. And I was like, this is a dark place, so that nobody will know.
This is getting weird.
But I forgot about it. But like I said, potatoes, when they're there for a very long time, start to smell like shit. So now I'm walking into my room and I'm like, somebody take a shit in my room?
No, it's his little potato buddy.
It literally, yeah, and when I pulled it out, it was like, oh, it was way past the point where I completely forgot it was there. And then one day I'm like cleaning my room and I'm like, oh my God.
So what hobby is this again?
Gardening. Farming.
Right.
Yeah, so, okay, yeah, let's go back. So, I'm doing that, and so, like, a lot of that's, like, I just want to be outside. And I don't really have, like, much else kind of to do outside. Because I like to do sports and stuff like that, but nobody's around besides my little sister. I'll throw, like, she plays baseball, so I'll throw that around with her, but it's like, she barely wants to do that. So there's no other reason for me to go outside. So I'll do that.
Not a hobby.
Yeah, no. But I'm just saying, part of my hobby is because I want to be outside.
Okay.
So I'll garden, farm, I guess, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm starting to get more and more into, I guess, working with wood.
Aren't we all?
Oh God. And then, I don't know, I think that might be the extent of like hobbies that I have. I mean, I like collecting, I like reading. I read a lot of comics and stuff like that, and then I read a lot of history stuff. I'm a huge history kind of thing.
What's your favorite historical period? Like if you could go back in time to any one point in time, what would it be?
I think.
When would it be?
I think the age of enlightenment would be kind of cool.
Can you?
But at the same time, I don't think it would be really cool because I feel like I'd be there and all these people would be doing these amazing things and I'd just be like,
Yeah.
I got no skills.
I read comics.
No, but I'd be like, in a couple years there are gonna be
I
these
can
things
cut up
called.
a mean potato.
No, but it would be cool to like document all that if I could go back then and like with a real photograph or like a real picture or like a God damn it, a real camera. Shut the fuck up. A real camera and like take pictures of everyone doing things. You know, like hey Picasso, look over here.
And they'd be like, what are you aiming at me? What is that little box
Oh my God,
thing?
is that the gun? Well, they don't know what a gun
Was that
is.
your Italian accent? Can you do that again?
I don't know. This is my Italian accent, you know. Hey, it's a Mona Lisa, man.
That's a spicy meatball!
Oh my God.
I don't know. That was like Jamaican.
Yeah, you laughed at the Jamaican
What
there.
is going on in here? Okay, so funny story. Real quick, going into complete tangent, but he just brought this up. So I did this one short film, and while we were recording, or before going into record, there was this character that I wrote, and he was supposed to be Italian. And I started the casting process, and I had gotten this one dude who decides like, oh, we were talking about the character, and he decides like, he's like, oh, do you want me to do it in an Italian accent? And it was like the first time we ever met, we were talking about the character. And I was like, yeah, sure. If you wanted to, you could do it, but like, I thought like he understood like an Italian accent, like a New York type of
Oh, and you wound up
thing.
sounding like one of the Mario brothers?
So hold on, we're sitting on the first day of shooting. I have not really like we had done a table read via Zoom, and in that table read he did it amazing, like no problems, no nothing.
Okay.
We go to the day of. Starting filming bright and early, really early. Everybody's drinking coffee, tired, and I'm like, let's go ahead and do a table read before we start filming today. We sit down, everybody's got scripts, and we start doing our thing. And I'm reading the narration, and then it gets to, he's only at the very end. He's got like a couple lines at the very end of the thing. So we're doing the whole thing, everything's going really well, and his first line was, he walks into the house and he goes, hey, what's going on in here? That's his line. And he starts to read it, he goes like this. He goes,
What's the matter, you?
He goes, hey, what's going on in here? Everyone at the table is like, oh no. And they're all looking at me
Wait,
like,
I thought you said the table read, you did it great.
no, because when we did at the other table read, like the one via Zoom, he didn't do the accent. He just read it.
That's the first time he laid his accent on you? Oh no.
And so we're all sitting there.
Hey, what's the matter,
and
you?
now the guys that were helping, like part of my crew, are looking at me like, oh. And then like I can see my actors like kind of doing this.
Oh.
Like they're all like, this is gonna be bad.
So how did you handle it?
Oh, I was like, this is what happened. So midway, he had this one line where it was a little long. Like he's like saying something like, "Oh, I'm just glad to come home and have a cooked meal," or something like that. And he's like, "Hey, I'm just glad to." And he goes like this. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just glad to." Is it okay if I just do it regular accent? And I'm like, "Yeah, that's totally fine. Just, you don't have to do it."
In fact, that even might be required.
He completely dropped the accent, and we continued doing the project without anything like that. But then like we did the whole shooting went really well with the other two actors. They were really great. But then it gets to his part where he finally comes into the movie, and he sucked. I mean, I can honestly say.
Oh, even the acting was bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
He walks in. We did. He had that one line of like, "What's going on in here?" He walks in and says, "Hey, what's going on in here?" That's all it is.
Hey,
we did that.
what is going on in here?
Oh my God, it wasn't human. He opened the door and he's like,
He's gonna see this and he's gonna like kill himself.
I know. I'm so sorry.
What's going on in here?
That's literally how it went. It was like,
Oh.
hey, what's going on in here? And I'm like, cut. All right, let's do it again. Let's just try to.
Don't suck.
It was so bad. You should have. You would have. If you were there, you would have.
I would not be a
"Get
good
the fuck
director
out."
because I would just. I feel like I would have no patience for that kind of bullshit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'd be like,
Well, no. This is the beauty part about a real set is that if you're the director,
Yeah.
it's really not your responsibility to have to deal with that after a while.
no, I understand, but I'd be like, okay, that was awesome. But tell you what, come in the door this time, and instead of doing it shit, do it good.
Do it. I know. This might be hard for you to understand, but
Yeah.
Don't suck.
Right.
Be
But
good.
that's what I'm saying. That would be the extent of my direction.
Jesus.
And I feel like that doesn't really give them a lot to
work
with,
Yeah,
you know?
because those aren't directions.
Right.
Those are just.
And all of that
you
would be
saying-
code for I actually fired your ass 10 minutes ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
You'd be like, do you think you'd be worse than Hitchcock?
Yes.
Really? Hitchcock was bad.
Worse.
You'd be worse.
Worse. Way worse.
Okay then. All right. I don't know how we got into this. Where were we? Oh wow, they did a good job on the back of your head. Like when they cut it, your hair. They did a
I
really
went to
good
a
job.
barber this time, like a proper
A black
actual
barber?
No, he wasn't black. He was white. But you have to be black to be a barber?
Oh no. When you think barber shops, don't you think black people?
No, I think of like Italian guys with big handlebar mustaches.
Mozzarella.
Like with the whole hot face towel
Ooh,
thing.
I love that.
And the
That's
thing.
expensive.
And the machine massage thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, where like they put their hands in and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
kinda
yeah.
like yeah. I see. That's why my last
whole-
haircut has costed me like almost $50.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I just really want a haircut. That's all I want.
Here's what I found.
Dildo.
Haircut. No, that's in my search history. No, it was. No, it gave us haircut place, barbers.
Oh, nice. But no, I don't want to go and have like a whole spiel. I just want to sit
That's
there
what I
and get
thought.
my hair and go.
And in fact, I was gonna say something. I was like, okay, can I just have a haircut? You don't have to do all the stuff with the and the straight razor on the back with the lather, the whole thing. I was like, I just want a haircut.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I'll try it. Actually, I loved it. It was great.
Well,
the whole
of course,
thing.
it's like being pampered. Why
Yeah, I
would you
know.
not like it? There's no scenario in which
Because I don't want to be
I don't
fucking
like it.
pampered in front of people.
Well, no.
It's just weird.
Listen,
I don't know.
That's
it's
the
just
best.
weird.
Because you know why? I'm a fucking king. Get your little haircut. Come on. Cut my beard. I love that.
No.
But I like while it's happening, it's the best.
Mm-hmm.
But you know why it's not the best? Because after it happens and you're like, oh my God, this was an amazing experience. I feel so relaxed. This is
Yeah.
great. Love my hair. And then you're like, how much is it? And they're like, $65. And then I'm like, excuse me?
Listen, Luigi, you motherfucker. I ain't paying a fucking $65.
I came in here for a $15 haircut. I didn't ask for the random shit that you did. You did that. You did that. That's like a hooker last minute through, like really doing a good job. And then like at the end being like, remember how I kind of tickled your balls? Yeah, you're gonna have to pay for that.
What kind of hookers do you go to?
I don't know. Actually, I am kind of baffled on how the pricing situation there works.
I don't know what hookers cost. What do they cost?
I have no idea.
Well, what do you think they cost? I mean, like in movies.
in GTA, you,
Yeah, right?
you get a blowjob for 50
Right.
$50.
Right.
And then
I
like
remember
more for 100.
And I remember thinking that seems kind of expensive.
For
$50?
I think that's not enough.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, poor girls.
No, because
having
I
to
saw
do
that and I was like,
or
50
guy,
bucks?
whichever one your preference is. But you're having to do that.
no, you can't do that in GTA.
No, yeah, I'm sorry.
The homophobic motherfuckers.
I know. They're probably just thinking straight people.
I just wanted to see like what it would be like, and I saw the prices, and I'm like, psh, fuck that. Oh, also, it's a chick.
Yeah.
But, you know.
no. That's the only thing that I have to go off of is GTA. Is GTA's prostitution situation there. I have nothing else.
But in like movies, like in old movies, like the car pulls up and like, hey baby, what do you $10.
$10.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you. Like, well, I'm
Not
talking
today.
I'm talking about like streetwalkers.
No,
you know,
but I'm
like-
also thinking like maybe back in like early 2000s where like financial or economic situation was a little different. Does that actually
Yeah,
affect
the hooker comes up. Well, because of the housing crisis, my prices have had to go up quite a bit.
I mean,
Inflation,
the situation wasn't good for everyone. And so I'd imagine everybody, small businesses were putting up prices. Isn't prostitution essentially a small business?
I feel like they would take advantage of the downturn in the market, but
Yeah.
and raise
so-
their prices.
Yeah.
So what does a blowjob go for? $75?
But what are we talking about now?
2009.
2009.
Everything's
what
shit.
would go for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if 50 was like going by GTA standards, if 50 was like
GTA
during a good, what's it called, a financial period for the United States, I think if 50 is a good, then
I don't know, Mike.
wait, hold on. This is another important
What do you
part.
think a blowjob should cost?
During 2009?
Right
During
now. I don't know. Right
2009.
now, you go out.
Okay, right now, I got one for right now. Yeah, $70 exactly.
$70
For a blowjob? From like a proper, not like a streetwalker, because I would imagine also their rates
or like
are
a call
different.
girl escort versus hooker.
Okay, so yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hooker, streetwalker.
Yeah.
20 to 30, maybe even 40.
$20 blow.
She's doing like meth on a corner and then walking over and servicing you. I wouldn't pay for that. Period. So between that or
You
an
pay
escort,
me, honey.
yeah, for an escort, I'd pay like
Yeah, now that's different. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've heard that could be like $10,000 for a night.
yeah.
That
So
kind
like
of thing.
just for that,
Yeah.
70s. If you're getting $70 worth for that,
How the fuck did we get on this?
I have no idea. But this is kind of more interesting than anything. All right, Mike, what do you think? What do you think the price would go for?
Well, if you're talking about an escort, I'd say even 100 is probably about like.
But first of all, an escort's going to be like all night. It's
Yeah.
not. You don't call an escort for a blowjob.
Well,
Right.
no, but that's the thing. If it was just the blowjob,
But you don't call an escort for that.
But if you
I'm
were
saying,
to.
if we're dividing up, like, say, percentage of what part of each part is like worth, you know what I mean? Like, so you have the whole night with her. The blowjob part would amount to about how much of that? That's the
10%.
Yeah.
10%.
10%.
Yeah,
of the price.
of the evening of the price,
Yeah.
right? And then
So it's like $1,000, 10% of that is
That's
going to go
right.
to blowjobs.
So I'm gonna get $100 in blowjobs, right? I'm gonna get $58.95 in rim jobs. I'm gonna get $600 in fucking you in the ass, right? And then I get $208 in whatever the fuck you want to do. After that, I guess.
For the rest.
Yeah.
For like, you want to watch a movie? I don't know. I still have you for the
I
next
prefer
couple
them for
hours.
the company.
Yeah. That's a lot. I don't think.
Well, it's an escort.
that's why
It's like $1,000.
I don't think I could ever see myself paying for sex.
well, no.
Well, no.
No. It's just-
Everyone's like, oh no,
of course not. Can't.
God no.
Can you cancel?
Siri, cancel my hooker.
God damn. No. But I think,
3 phones in the room just went, okay, cancel. We're just like,
oh my god. But no, I think change it this way then. If you were, now you're not a streetwalker, but you're also not an escort. Let's say you're starting out with a business, you're starting your own small practice, and you're going out and you're gonna go.
I think that's a heading in LegalZoom. Like
Prostitutes
prostitution.
wanted.
Yeah.
No, so you're starting your own what is it? It's called a stable, right? That's what it's called. You're starting your own stable. You've got like a couple girls. I think that's what it is
like
when you
a
have like a
stable
stable of prostitutes, right?
Like a whorehouse.
Yeah. So you've got your own like stable of like, we'll say 4 women or 5. We'll give it 5. So what is your price range for them? Like, what do you think is like, okay, like this is what it costs?
If it's like upper middle class, like middle of the road.
That's your demographic isn't like.
Okay, you're not Walmart,
No.
but you're not Saks Fifth Avenue either.
No, you're
Right.
like
You're Target.
You're Trader Joe's. People go to you and they'll brag about it.
Okay, here it is.
You're IKEA.
All right, so you're gonna have a menu, right? A little a la carte menu. You know what? Okay, I'd be like suck my toes or like tickle my nuts or whatever. You know, I'd be like $59.95. But I'd do like the Sears pricing.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, okay, $95, right? Not whole dollar. And then okay, I fuck you for an hour. I'd be like, $299.99.
$290. Okay. Actually, that's
That's what I'm saying. So you're not
Yeah.
but you're not the street
like
corner
50
$50
bucks for a
type thing.
quick
Yeah,
quickie in the
$300
car.
$300.
Do you provide the location?
Yeah, you have to, because at the middle of the road, you're going to them. Now you can do a call out service where you're like, I'll come to you for an upcharge, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you so you have like a delivery system.
Oh yeah, we come to you. That's
Nice.
fine. All right, that $19.95. Add $19.95 for that.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Right.
And plus like a $3 fee because if we're coming to you, you probably like you're not pulling up, giving an address. There's an online thing now that we've got, and you need to pay for an extra fee for that.
Here it is. You'll have an arrangement with a nice hotel chain, right? So be like, the Hilton Hotel
illegal thing
and
just went very legal.
Right, no.
Because if
this bank of rooms on the corner
if the
is
Hilton
just
Inn is like, yeah, we've got
right. It's just for the Christian and Tony whorehouse, and you can't rent them out to anyone else.
Yeah.
It's for our girls, and you can bring, and we get discounted rates. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Make a fucking fortune. Let's start a whorehouse.
Honestly, I feel like if anybody could really start a really proper, and you know what? The people who, because we'll have a good like selection of girls, we'll still make it very appealing. But the only thing is, we'll just record.
What about
it.
guys? You gotta have
Sorry.
divisions.
No.
2 divisions.
We'll have hims, hers, and thems. We'll have everything.
That's right.
We'll have everything.
Yeah, you put your pronouns down.
Little people, we'll have them all, and then we'll have them all. We're not discriminating against anybody, and then. What's it called? You know what we'll do though? But the thing is you have to sign a waiver where this is being recorded. Because if it's recorded, it's pornography and it's illegal.
Ooh.
You know where I learned that? Family Guy.
But I think the whole exchanging money for sex trumps all of that.
No, because if it's recorded and it's going to be sold.
Maybe if you say, no. Because you pay, maybe if you ask for a donation. In lieu of fee, because that's illegal.
Yes.
Give me a donation
towards my charity,
which is our company.
Yeah.
And
therefore,
but the donation we do ask has to be between $299.98 and $299.99.
Yes, depending on what happened during your.
How much you enjoyed your experience? Yeah.
Well, what are we calling them? Because we can't.
Encounters.
Because encounters sounds like sex.
Well, okay. During your experiential endeavors.
No, it still sounds like sex. That sounds even more like sex. No, it has to be something that can't sound like sex at all.
Woodworking?
I don't know.
All right, your trip. There you go.
Your expedition.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Journey.
I like Journey.
Journey's not bad. I mean,
it's a little upper class.
Journey.
Right.
During your journey with us.
All right, so we'll have our account with the hotel chain. We have a whole thing. Oh, and they're all like checked out for diseases and all that. They come disease free.
Okay, I don't know why, but now that he said Journey, I just pictured like a Jurassic Park type of area, and like all these families are walking in, but it's not families. If you're really paying attention, it's just a bunch of dudes, and then somebody is like on the overhead, and you see like
the gate.
The name of it is like something really nice, and it's on a big sign, and you hear like
Brad.
Welcome to. I don't know what is it called. Wait, did you say just as Brad's? Welcome.
This enclosure. That's right. This enclosure is Brad's. This enclosure is like Jessica's. This enclosure is like,
Begin your journey here.
All right.
Yeah. Under your seats, you'll find a pamphlet and
little condom taped to the menu.
If you go to the West Wing, Candy is taking reservations now.
Tanisha's on the right.
That's right.
And then Quavius.
Oh my God. There's like Jaquavius. There's like different you know how like you if you go to like Universal, you like we'll start at this. We'll start in the Marvel section, then we'll go to the Dr. Seuss, then you go to Jurassic Park. And it's like, all right, we're gonna start at the black section, and then from there, I think I want to stop at the Latin girls. But are we going to the English-speaking Latin girls or the only
But that's the beauty of this. It can be. It's a whole thing. Your menu can be whatever you want. We cater to everyone.
Yes.
And at different levels, the miniatures.
Oh yes. Yes. So it's like there's a different thing.
Don't go there.
But then there's also
don't go there.
In between subsections. God, this. Do we touch bestiality as well?
No.
No.
That's
Is that too much?
That's too much. Oh God.
I just feel like if we don't take up somebody else in the market,
if we don't seize that market, someone else will.
Somebody will. Hi everyone. Welcome.
Hello everyone. Oh my show.